You guys, it's really important that we start seeing the tactics of how it's moved in silently, as Harim was explaining. You know, it's incremental approach. It's not, you know, all of a sudden right now, it's over time, and that's what we're seeing here. So you guys, in a second here, we're getting some audio hooked up. We're gonna hear from Annie, and then we're gonna hear some good old boys music again, but you gotta stay tuned because we have Kyle Chapman up, we have Omar, we have Marco Gutierrez. So we have some really good speakers you guys want to hear. I know it's hot out there right now, so remember, there's water over here. It's ice cold. Drink, we have extra water. So you guys, everybody out in the trees, everybody pay attention. We have a special guest, Annie Cyrus. Welcome her, give it up.
God bless you, Annie.
Hi, everybody. First of all, thank you for being here. I know it's extremely hot. So thanks for hanging on and waiting for everybody to give their speeches. I actually am very happy Harim brought up everything that he did. I am actually a testimony to what he told you. I was born and raised in the Islamic Republic of Iran under 100% Sharia, within 100% Sharia family. My father was a sheikh, which is a step higher than imam. I was called an adult woman at age 9 in Iran, and my father sold me to marriage at age 14. So I am a child bride. Did I escape? Yes. However, I came here with a promise, and that was freedom. And I can tell you, we don't have freedom today. We have Islamization. That's what we got. There are Muslims in this country, and it goes beyond California. The problem is in California today. The problem is everywhere, because this is what it is. In Quran, Allah said, turn every single breathing human into a Muslim, and I will bring you your peace day. So they have no choice but to do it. I know we all gonna fight, but fighting isn't enough. We need to educate every single person out there. It is real. I am 33 years old today, but when I was 14, they handed me over to a man who was older than me, and he had no issue beating me for every single reason he could find. When I went to court with a dislocated shoulder and a bruised face, and I asked for a divorce, the judge looked me in the eyes and said, well, young lady, you should obey your husband so he wouldn't have to beat you. And it's not that he was a bad man. No, in Quran, 4th Surah, Allah on 34th verse says, if you think your wife is going to disobey you, if you think you don't need a proof, warn her, separate your bed, then beat her until she obeys you. That's the word of Allah. That's what they follow. And guess what? The brainwash is beyond what you can imagine. I had the Quran memorized at age 5. That's when they start. I don't know how or why. I was lucky enough to know the difference, but 9 out of 10 don't. You might look at someone here, American. Seriously, the guy's gonna be American, have no accent, no problem with speaking complete English, they know the Constitution, they are all American. But guess what? They were born in an Islamic family, and they were taught to hate every single one of us. Not because we're Americanized, not because we're Americans, no, because we don't believe in Allah and Muhammad. Because we don't, I'm sure none of you guys out there are willing to hand your 9-year-old daughter to a man.
Hell no! Hell no!
And I'm pretty sure none of you ladies are willing to hold your little daughter so they can mutilate her genital. That's why they hate you. Islam is submission. I ran from it. I came to this beautiful country, and starting about 7 years ago, I started seeing it happening right here. I recently moved away from LA. You know why? Because I had a fatwa on me from an Iranian imam who said, kill her. They found me. And police told me, until they come to your door, there's nothing we can do for you.
Oh my God.
So I had to pack and I had to leave. Since December of 2015, I have moved 9 times. They want to tell you it's the religion of peace? Then ask them, why are there 182 verses in your holy book to order you to behead every single person who's not a Muslim? Words of Allah. I'm not going to even argue Sharia, because the new method is, I don't follow Sharia. I don't want to deal with Sharia, so bring Quran to their attention. 182 verses says you all should be beheaded. There are over 176 verses in Quran where it says a woman is half of a man. It tells you to sell your daughter, it tells you to kill your daughter, it tells you to beat your wife. That is not a culture I was introduced to when I came here 14 years, 11 months ago. When I came here, they told me, you can be anyone you like to be.
God bless America.
God bless America, yes. I have my life because of America. However, thanks to 8 years of infiltration in our White House, referring to Hussein Obama, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of fight to do. And the best way to do it is stand up, learn about it, and don't hide from them. Don't be afraid to be called racist. Islam isn't a race. It's an ideology. And if they're going to call you a bigot, well, I'd rather be a bigot and Islamophobe than a pedophile praiser. So, I was asked what we can do. As I said, we can educate, and most importantly, we need to unite. If you see, I really mean it, if you see a little girl bruised on the street with a Muslim father or mother, say something. Don't be afraid. This is a free country. We protect our children in this country. Behind closed doors, they are abusing their children. And when you learn something new, make sure to talk about it to those who don't know about it. Because here's what they're doing. We have 1,250 mosques around America.
Burn them! Burn them!
You don't need to burn them. I would say walk in there and ask questions. If they don't let you in, here's your answer. If they let you in and ask you to wear the hijab, ladies, then you stand there and say, I'm a free woman under this flag. Don't let them lie. Yes, Harim is right. Under Islam, a Muslim can lie about Islam and about everything within Sharia. Don't let them lie. Every time you see a reformer or a moderate Muslim on TV, reach out to them and say, I have a question. What are you trying to reform? The fact that your prophet had a wife that was 6 years old? How do you reform that? I guess you just get rid of that prophet. So in other meaning, you're not reforming, you're just making a brand new cult out there. And for those moderates, the same thing applies. Are you gonna just cherry pick your verses from Quran? But there's a verse in Quran that says, those of you Muslims who stay home are not the same to Allah than those who leave and commit jihad. So even as a moderate Muslim, Allah already told you you're not His favorite. I'm sure I'm almost out of time, but what I want to tell you is, there is no radical Islam, there is no moderate Islam, there is no reforming Islam. There is one type of Islam, and that is all about lies, pedophilia, and murder. So please stand up. As long as we have our freedom, we have the right to ask questions and demand answers. I'm always here to answer questions. However, try to get that question out of those imams and out of those moderate Muslims, because those are the ones who are hurting our cause. By telling us there is a way to be peaceful under this ideology. And please, if you like me, if you love me, if you support me, stop calling it a religion. Islam is not a religion.
Ideology.
It's an ideology. It's a control freak. Literally, it tells you how to live your life, and if you don't do it, well, rest in peace. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being
Amazing!
One last thing. I know this is all about peace. But sometimes we can be peaceful, but we can be angry.
Yep.
Please stay angry. Remember, 8 years gone. We have to fix it. God bless America. Thank you.
Ukrainian man to death. The Ukrainian people got together. They all picked up AR-15s, and about 70 of them went into the Muslim neighborhood and shot it the hell up. Now, I'm not saying that's what we need to do, but I'm telling you the spirit and the heart of these people is something to be commended, and the willingness to fight and die in defense of their civilization is a beautiful thing, and we need to embrace that sort of spirit here in America. So what this comes down to is the cultural war that we have going on with massive immigration, massive Muslim integration, and multiculturalism. Guys, multiculturalism doesn't work. Assimilation works. Unity works. Multiculturalism does not. Multiculturalism is neo-Marxism. It works out when you come to a country and you embrace its values. You assimilate. So we have to push back against this. And we have a massive problem with immigration in this country. There's a problem with it all throughout Western Europe. I personally think all immigration needs to be stopped. I do not think we need any more immigration at all. I think there needs to be a moratorium. And I'm tired of playing the optics game. I'm tired of people saying, well, hey man, don't say that, dude. They're gonna call you a racist. I don't care, man. It needs to be stopped. We gotta take care of our people here, our American brothers and sisters, whether you're white, black, brown, or yellow. We need to take care of our people first, guys. We cannot have people of European descent face not only here in this country, but in Western nations across the world. The war against whites and Europeans in Western society is very real, and it's time we all started talking about it and stopped worrying about political correctness and optics. That is what has gotten us in this situation and caused this problem in the first place. So we had 3 battles. Well, we had 3 events at Berkeley. The first and second events were quite violent. We handed them our ass in the second event, and we had a third event that was a raving success. The Proud Boys showed up deep. They were all nights there, guys. Gavin McGinnis flew across from New York. We flew everybody in. We organized that third rally at Berkeley in less than 24 hours. We did not have one instance of violence. The cops stepped up, they did their job, they arrested several Antifa members, and we had a peaceful rally, one of the first peaceful rallies held in Berkeley, California, that conservative rallies that anyone can remember. So we succeeded, guys, we succeeded big time there. These rallies have lit a fire in the hearts of Western man across this nation and across the world. I have people contacting me from Venezuela. I don't know if you guys have seen the based Venezuelans with their shields.
Whoa, yeah! All right.
They were inspired by my actions. I am in contact with those guys. There are people standing up against Islam and lions and courageous men like Tommy Robinson in the UK. Let's hear it for Tommy, the Lion Robinson. It doesn't get any more courageous than Tommy Robinson, guys. He is standing up against the Islamization of Europe and UK, and that man will be leading an army in short time. And I pray to God our British brothers and sisters, and in my ancestral homeland, that they get up off their knees and they fight and they retake their country.
Yes!
They retake their homeland.
Yes!
So my reason for telling you this, it's not to gain your sympathy, and it's not even to gain your support. My reason for telling you this is to impress upon you the necessity of sacrifice. And if you want to be part of this movement, if you want to make a difference, you're going to have to sacrifice. You will be attacked, you will be doxxed, your picture will be plastered all over your cities, potentially on the news. You will be portrayed as a white supremacist, a radical. I mean, we have Asian white supremacists in our group. We've got brown, we got a brown Jewish white supremacist right here. I mean, it's ridiculous, folks, but this is what you're gonna have to deal with. You are also gonna have to come to the realization that you may have to bleed to keep this going. You're gonna have to bleed. You're gonna have to you're gonna maybe have to do some time in jail, and you very may well have to die. Some of you might think that sounds a bit extreme. Dying for liberty? I'm willing to die. Are you guys willing to die? Yeah? Are you willing to bleed?
For freedom! Let's go! To the death!
Listen, guys, we did not secure our freedoms in this country with half measures. Our ancestors, our founding fathers kissed their wives and their children goodbye, and they went out and died for our freedom. They knew they weren't coming back. They went out and died. Death, us dying and bleeding for our freedoms is no revolutionary idea. It is the only way we are going to maintain our freedom. I showed up to the first Battle of Berkeley. I didn't really know anybody there, pretty much showed up on my own. I had done a significant amount of research on Antifa. I live just across the bay in San Francisco from Berkeley, so I'm very much aware of the liberal Marxist hellhole that Berkeley has become over the decades, and that it is a Antifa stronghold. When I saw that there was going to be a pro-Trump, pro-free speech rally there, I knew there was 100% chance of violence on behalf of Antifa. So I geared myself up, got myself ready for battle, and I went there to protect my right-wing brothers and sisters.
Yeah!
I had just gotten my 7th knee surgery 2 months before the Battle of Berkeley. I was due to be on crutches for 4 months. I still had close to 2 months of crutches left. I was on crutches the day before the Battle of Berkeley. I took myself off of crutches, threw about 3 knee braces on my bad knee, and made a shield, because I saw Antifa made shields and I wanted to even the score. I put a very small flag on the end of a very big stick. That's right. So, my flagpole, and I went there, to protect my right-wing brothers and sisters, and I knew the sacrifice. I knew going into this that I was going to face some serious problems. If it came to fisticuffs. A lot of you know I have a bit of a checkered past. I have not lived a perfect life, and when somebody like me gets in trouble, we face much harsher consequences than somebody who has never been in trouble. Since the first Battle of Berkeley, I've been arrested 3 different times. I had to post $120,000 or $112,000 bail. I've been charged with 5 felonies, 3 misdemeanors, all in the in defending myself and defending my right-wing brothers and sisters. Sacrifice. I was told after the first Battle of Berkeley by my attorney that I should not go to a second Berkeley rally.
Screw that.
All my loved ones said, you should not go. You are on bail. You are facing 5 serious felony charges, and you should just let it go. Nah. What? It wasn't gonna happen.
That's right, homie.
It wasn't gonna happen. I was gonna show up for the second Battle of Berkeley. And what happened at the second Battle of Berkeley, people?
Victory!
We won big time, or some would say big league, and we destroyed those leftist demons. We handed them their asses and sent them running down the streets of their own turf, cowering for shelter. You guys, we won that day. We won big.
Big league!
So back to sacrifice. So since then, I detached my bicep at the Battle of Berkeley, knocking out an Antifa punk. I've broken my hand and then re-broke it again at the Battle of Berkeley and in a successive fight with more. That's happening. So we need to address that, and I'll conclude this with saying this: we need to destroy cultural Marxism. We need to destroy political correctness. We need to speak truth to power, regardless of what other people are going to say or talk about us or call us all the names like racist, Islamophobe, all this stuff. We need to base our arguments and our platforms on facts, logic, and reason, and be damned with the consequences, guys. And the one thing that sums it all up, the one reason all of us are here today is to fight for freedom, guys. Right? What do we stand for?
Freedom!
What do we stand for?
Freedom!
That's what I'm talking about, guys. Love all of you. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah!
Hey, Stickman.
All right, you guys.
Hey guys, how's it going? Everybody that's in the back, come over here, come in the front. By any means, does anybody know who Maxine Waters is?
Oh yeah! Yeah!
There we go, we got that. Long ago, 2 years ago, I said to myself that I'm tired of seeing politicians underserving our communities. And I said that I wanted to take action and I wanted to do something about it. I was so tired with this false narrative. These politicians talk all day long. They say things. Maxine Waters says impeach 45. I say support 45. How about that? Support 45. Yeah. So it's time for us to take action in the state of California. How many of you, by the raise of hands, are tired of these politicians underserving us?
Right here!
Yeah. So what I'm here for, I started this 2 years ago and I didn't know that nothing was going to come from it. I didn't expect that I was going to get a humbling experience from all of you. The support that I've been receiving is amazing. I've been getting so many people supporting the campaign. I have thousands of people online. I started with like 2,000 people. It's hit over 54,000 on Facebook in the past 2 months. I've been very happy to see that. Twitter is at 74,000 people strong. We're taking a lot of action. We're doing a lot of things. We're very effective in our campaign. We identified a problem. There's a lot of voter fraud in our district, and there are people who are registered under the same name who are voting two different times. There are people who are voting illegally. We have to crack down on it. We got to say no to it. We have to keep voter integrity in the state of California. We got to make sure we're taking action. If we're not taking action, then we're not doing anything. You know, I'm here because I support the Second Amendment. I'm here because I support small business. I'm here because I support the jobs in the state of California. In my community, you have Toyota. Toyota left the city of Torrance and went to Texas. And I see businesses leaving and fleeing the state of California. That saddens me. That's jobs leaving too. We have to encourage businesses to stay in the state of California. My background, I've been in business for in the past 4 years. I started a business when I was 23 years of age doing online marketing. I was doing marketing for nonprofits and for small businesses, political campaigns mainly. I learned a great deal on how to get the message out there and how to get my word out there. A lot of people are noticing what we're doing. We're doing things that no one is doing. I'm showing up to city council meetings in the city of Cudahy where they declared it a sanctuary city. Who likes sanctuary cities in the state of California? No to sanctuary. No to sanctuary. We have to make sure that we're enforcing our immigration laws. I support legal immigration. People abuse the immigration system. My family came from Cuba and Mexico. They did things right. They didn't break any laws. They came through a process just like everybody else, but they bundle up immigrants all in one. They put immigrants all in one. They say, oh, you treat them as you're all illegals. But no, there are people here. There are illegal immigrants. There are legal immigrants. What side is breaking the law? This side. This side is doing the things the right way. They're not breaking the law. They're going through a process. They're going through all the hard work that it takes to come here into this country. They're respecting the country. They're learning the Constitution. And if you learn the Constitution, you learn Western civilization. You adapt to Western civilization. That means that you're not going to turn a country into a third world environment. We have to make sure we're keeping our country safe. I see in Los Angeles, I see a third world environment. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of people like Maxine Waters running down the state of California. And that's why, you know, that's why we have to make sure that we're draining the swamp in this state.
Yeah.
We have to drain the swamp, even our own swamps that we have in our own lives. So we have to do that. If we're not doing that, then we're not going to get anywhere. I'm going to ask all of you here. I encourage many of you who are from different cities to get involved locally. Get involved. Hold those city councils accountable. Don't let them take advantage of your city. You know, they misappropriate the funds. They use the funds in the for the wrong reasons. We have to make sure they're not wasting taxpayers' money. We have to make sure we're doing everything we can to hold them accountable. If we're not holding them accountable, what are we doing? We're just sitting down, complaining, watching Fox News, watching the news, and we're not doing anything. We got to go up. We got to do something. We got to stop watching TV. We got to take action. I'm going out. I'm walking doors on a day-to-day basis. I'm talking to small business owners. I'm getting my message out there. We have to do that. We have to do it. We can no longer just sit down. And I'm very proud of this movement. I'm very proud of this movement. When our president got elected, everything changed. Everything changed in this state. I want you guys to know that there is hope in the state of California. We have true hope, not false hope that Obama sold us. We have true hope for once. Who wants true hope? Raise your hands. True hope. We need true hope in the state of California. You know, hope and change was so dead. Nothing happened. I said to myself, we need to have true leadership. When Trump ran, I jumped on board from the very beginning, and I said I'm going to support him. This guy is speaking the common language of the common man. The common man does not want to hear you talking down at them. They want to hear you talking with them. They want to have a dialogue with you, a conversation with you. You know, I don't see politicians, you know, they don't stay, they leave. They speak and they take off. I stay. I'm right here. I care what you think. I care about what you think. I talk to you. I'll answer questions. I'm not going to dance around the issues like these politicians do. I'm so tired of it. I get so tired of it. And I learned a great deal from being involved for a very long time, for over 9 years now. I got involved in the Republican Party when I was 19 years of age. And I learned a lot of things in the Republican Party that were broken in the Republican Party. And I said to myself, you know, these people are just being lazy. They're not taking action. They're just letting the state fall apart. And I said to myself, I can't watch the state fall apart any longer. I'm going to hold them accountable. And I'm a true Republican because I represent what the Republican values are in the state of California. And we need to have true Republicans. We need to get rid of these false Republicans that are in there. These Republicans are destroying our state. They're destroying our state because they're lazy. They are lazy.
They gave
I'm
up.
going to give you guys a story. How many of you know that the Republican Party of Los Angeles County blocked me on Twitter? How many of you guys, raise your hand. You think that's surprising that they would do that? But I'm not surprised. Because everything I've done thus far, I've had over 800 donors who have donated to the campaign. All individual donors from all types of donations, $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, all small donations. You know, I don't want to be beholden to special interests. Special interest owns these politicians. We have to follow the money. You know, Maxine Waters, I see her taking money from all these banks. She talks bad about the banks. She talks bad about all these other people, but yet she's taking money from them. What do you guys think about that? She's taking money from them. You know, no. We need to have people. Oh, well, I'm going to share a story with you about that. You know, her not living in her own district. So, I went to a home not too long ago in Hancock Park, about an hour and 10 minutes away from my district. An hour and 10 minutes away. It's next to Beverly Hills. Maxine Waters has a huge mansion in Hancock Park. The house is under her husband's name, Sidney Williams. So no one can identify if that was Maxine Waters' home. Maxine Waters lives in that home. Not only does Maxine Waters live in that home, but she's registered to vote in the district. So she can vote for herself. But it doesn't disqualify you from running if you live outside. But you can't vote for yourself. But why would you be living outside the district and still have another home that you're registered living in another address and be voting in that district? That for me is not common sense. That's corruption. We need to have people that are keeping integrity. I live in the district. I was born in the city of Inglewood. I was born in Inglewood. I want to let everybody know that. I understand that district. I was born from there. I went to high school in Torrance. I lived a portion of my life in Hawthorne. I lived all over that district. I've seen what happened. And I've seen gangbangers destroy that state. The state of California, all over California, not only in my district. In Inglewood, you see gangbangers in parks. You see gangbangers all over the place, drug dealers, and for me, that's sickening that I see that. You know, we're not taking care of our own people. How many of you want to live in a community where you see gangbangers in parks, you see drug dealers, you see trash all over the place? How is that good for property values? When I talk to voters and small business owners, and a lot of small business owners are uninclined to fix their own businesses, to improve their own businesses because of all those issues in their communities. So if we address that and we got the community involved, and that's what I've been focusing on, are issues that are nonpartisan, issues that most people are concerned about. That's why people have been listening to what I've been doing, because I focus on things of reality. If you go to the welfare office in Los Angeles, you will see that there are people driving Mercedes, people driving BMWs that are accepting welfare. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. We have to crack down on that. We have to crack down on welfare abuse in our state. We have to crack down on illegal aliens. We have to crack down in the state of California. We have to do things to get the job done, but we're not getting the job done. I want to get the job done. I am going to get the job done. I'm going to defeat Maxine Waters. I'm going to defeat her because I'm tired of seeing these politicians destroy this state. I sat for so many years just watching, and I said to myself, I'm so tired of sitting down. I'm going to get up off my butt. I'm going to take action. Enough is enough, everybody. Enough's enough. We have to do something. This election is the most important election in the state of California. Maxine Waters, we're going to drain the swamp in the 43rd Congressional District. We're going to make sure that we get you out of there. And this is my message to you. If you're going to keep turning down the debates that I've been asking you to debate me, we went to your office and we asked you for a debate. No answer has happened. My message is to you. Debate me, because I will crush you in every minute, in every second. You will not stand a chance against me. You will not beat me. I will beat you because you are not doing anything in that district. 27 years. People have lost family to gangbangers. Crime is rising. The police department is being left behind all over the state. All over the state. I'm sickened by this. I'm sickened of public safety. Public safety officials are being put last. Where's the support for our firefighters, our police officers, the men and women who protect us, who save us from our freedom? I have family in the military, and I respect them. I respect what they're doing. We have to start honoring them. We have to start paying tribute to them and to what they're doing. But I go to the VA, and I talk to veterans. When I go to the VA, I talk to veterans. And veterans tell me they're not doing anything. We paid a price for our country and the freedom in our country. And no one's doing anything to help us. They're helping the dreamers. They're helping all the illegals. They're handing all these things out for welfare. We're not cracking down on it. We're not supporting our own. And I'm running on putting America first. And we have to put the 43rd Congressional District first again. The 43rd Congressional District